Hello and welcome to the VT Group or Energy Experts YouTube channel. Today I want to chat to you a little bit about hydronic heating and combi boilers and zoning. So again, my name is Stephen. I'm from the VT Group of companies. You can also find us at energyexperts.ca. So we're an energy consulting company. We're also a mechanical engineering company. And today I want to talk a bit about hydronic heating, that's heating with hot water, how this can help you with your basement, how this can help you keep your house warm. But I also want to talk a bit about temperature control and zoning. So hopefully you've watched a bunch of our videos. If you're interested in what we've done and what we've, some of our other videos that we've done, please share those, like us on YouTube, and let's get the message out and let's talk about how we can help you. So what we do is we are an energy consulting company as well as mechanical engineering and building envelope, but to want to talk mostly about the mechanical and energy management. So we try to help homeowners like yourselves understand how to make their homes more comfortable. So if you look in the background, I'm actually at my office here. This is one of our demonstration facilities. We've got a hydronic heating system. So what the advantages of hydronic is, hydronic being hot water, in this case glycol, it allows you to do zoning. So in other words, you can provide heat to various areas of the home at different times with different controls, and we'll look at some of the control strategies in a little bit. So this is a hydronic heating system. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll walk you through what some of the items are. So now what we want to talk about is what is it that we have on the wall behind me. So we've just got the camera flipped over so we can go through what the system is. Let's do sort of a bird's eye view of what we have. Over here we have a Aldi's, there's the manufacturer. This is a ERV, this is an energy recovery ventilator. We'll talk about that as a separate video. But remember, go and have a look at what Aldi's is and go and have a look at what they do. This has got a ZRT or zone control. This is almost always what we recommend when it comes to residential evaluations. But most of what I want to do is focus on, for example, the Vesta Combi Boiler. So what is a Combi Boiler? This one does both domestic hot water heating and space heating. So one more time, this does domestic hot water, it's like an on-demand tankless, but it also does space heating. So this is our entire heating system for this building. There's a combi boiler, it does domestic hot water, and the hydronics on this one's a little more complicated. We've got it as a demonstration unit, but we've got a circulation pump. This is a Grundfos circulation pump. And then from there, we've got things what we call fan coil units. We've got baseboards and we've got in-floor heating. So the space where I'm standing in right now, we have many of these different features. The in-floor heating is where you bury the tubes in the concrete. If you have a look carefully down here, there's the tubes that are running into the concrete. These are run probably on a 16-inch or a 19-inch on center. And we've got water running through those, or glycol running through those at about 140 degrees. So it's also got what we call an ambient reset, so it will adjust the temperature of the water based on outside air. That's called an ambient reset. We'll talk about why I want to make sure you understand these in full detail. The other technology we've got, so we've got the in-floor heating there that goes in the concrete, heats the floor up. These are controlled with Tecmar thermostats. There's one Tecmar thermostat on the wall there. This system was put together by Viper Mechanical. Thank you, Dean and Viper, for this. Done a fabulous job. But let's talk about some of the other things. In-floor heating is one way to heat the space. The other one is we have radiators. So if you go look at some of my other videos, you'll notice I talk about doing a combi system with in-floor heating and or radiators. So these radiators can help with heating different areas of the home, like baseboards. So now we're back here, we're talking about other ways to heat your home. So this is what we call a fan coil unit. So a fan coil unit is like a furnace. The only difference is on the fan coil unit, you've got hydronic. There's a hot water coming in, there's a hot water going out. That goes through, and we heat the air like a typical forced air heating system. And you can see the size of that's an iFlow. So please go and have a look at the link below and go and have a look at what an iFlow is. This often replaces a furnace, and we'll talk about tying this all together in a nice little bow later. Here is our control system. Please don't be overwhelmed about what's there. These are all our zone valves. So as you can see in this scenario here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different zones. This is all Techmar controls. Okay, so remember I just spoke about we having 12 different zones, and I want to now have more of a conversation. How do we use this technology? Why would you put a combi system in? Again, we saw we got a force flow, that was the iFlow. That's like a furnace, it's like a radiator in your car. You've got the in-floor heating, which is in the area I'm standing in here where we heat the floor, typical for basements, can be done on main floors, second floors, etc. Great to go under a tile. You've got the radiator, which is great for basements. And then you've got the different zones. So in every one of those zones we were just talking about, those allow you to have a different thermostat for each one of those zones, which allows me to control the house in so many different ways and different temperatures throughout. So I love my hydronic heating. It's the best way to go if you get the chance. Think about hydronic heating. But most of you guys who are watching this video are talking about a retrofit. So what would you do? This is very similar to what I've got in my house, and we've spoken about this. We wanted to go look at some of my other videos. What I would suggest, if you've got a cold basement or a cool basement, this is one of those bigger, more expensive upgrades. Think about getting rid of your hot water tank once it's come to the end of its life. Think about putting in a combi system, which means you can do domestic hot water and you can do space heating with it. And then you can put radiators, in-floor heating. In-floor heating is a little harder to do as a retrofit, but you can do some staple up, which goes under the tile in certain areas of the home. And this one gives you domestic hot water, it gives you zone control. You can put multiple radiators. You can break your basement into different ways, different areas, so you can heat them up at different times. So it gives you lots and lots of independent control. So think about if you've got a cold basement, you've got to really want to upgrade. When you do that, think about going to a combi boiler with some zone control, with radiators. Think about maybe even changing out your furnace to a forced flow or a fan coil unit, and that will give you your different forced flow. You could add air conditioning to it as well. The last thing I want to talk about, and this, I have a specific client that we were talking to last week, where if you've got hydronic heating, you can only get so many BTU per square foot out. It's normally about 35 BTU per square foot is the maximum you can get out of a hydronically heated floor. So one of the first things you need to do is make sure that you know how much heat loss is coming out of that room. If it's more than 35 BTU per square foot, your hydronic heating probably won't be sufficient. But if you can get around 35 BTU per square foot or less, then your hydronic heating can actually make the world of difference and give you the heat you need for that space. The next thing you want to do is, obviously, if you've got concerns, you've got hydronic heating but you're not getting enough heat, make sure that that pump is working well, make sure there's flow. You can use infrared thermography to find out that there is water going through each one of those zones. Now, if you've got a hydronically heating in the floor and you know there's heat and there's hot water flowing through and you're still not getting the control, have a look at your control strategy. Make sure that, one, you've got the right flow rate, but also that there are the right zone valves and zone controls that you control room by room, area by area. So it should be a balanced flow system. So think about this way. You can, when you've got zone control, you can control multiple temperatures, many different thermostats. Techmar is one of the biggest control brands out there. Go and have a look at their website, and that's Tekmar. Look at the link below. Look at a forced flow combination system such as the iFlow. Think about radiators. We showed you a few radiators, and think about in-floor heating. And these are really, really good ways to either retrofit a home or to, when you're building a home, think about these different technologies. So again, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helps you if you're looking at hydronic heating or hot water heating, thinking about upgrading, improving your basement temperatures, thinking about zoning and temperature control. Hopefully this gives you some guidance on this. Again, my name's Stephen. You want to find more about the different technologies, the Greener Homes program. If you need an assessment, give us a shout. Energyexperts.ca, or VT Group is the other one. Go and look at the different YouTubes we've done. Go to Qualistat, have a look at Acacia Engineering. Thanks for watching. Please like us, share this with friends and family if this was any good to if this was useful to you. Again, energyexperts.ca. My name's Stephen. Thanks for watching, and we'll chat to you soon. Cheers.